Welcome to the Mothers of Misfits podcast. Join me for conversations about how to advocate for our kids in a one-size-fits-all world. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Mothers of Misfits. We have two really important announcements for you today. So we're just going to jump right in. So first, big announcement and celebration is we reached 100 episodes. I think we're something like 2 years. I think we just hit our 2-year birthday and 100 episodes. We are so excited and so grateful to all of you that you have been on this journey with us. Some of you started way back at episode 0. Some of you have come along the way. Maybe some of you are brand new listeners. And I really want to say from the bottom of my heart how much I so appreciate you supporting us, being on this journey, supporting us on social media, supporting us by listening. This is a big accomplishment that I think we can all take part of and celebrate together. It really has been a journey. And on that note, the other big announcement, which is bittersweet to say, but I really think it's time, is that we won't be recording any more episodes of Mothers of Misfits. And trust me, this was a hard decision to make. Mothers of Misfits has really become a big part of our lives, and I'll tell you who these other two folks are here in just a minute. This has been, it's been, well, it was a passion project. I started this idea of Mothers of Misfits, I think like 3-ish years ago. And it really is just that. It's a passion project. It kind of relates to my day job, but not exactly. But really, I was inspired by the fact that I felt like a misfit my whole life, but I was raised to really embrace that and see the good in that. But I've had the pleasure of coaching people from all walks of life and ages and stages, and I've met a lot of amazing misfits. But what has really broken my heart over that time is how many of those fabulous misfits didn't see that as a good thing, or were made to not see that as a good thing. And that's really where Mothers of Misfits was born. And then, of course, I can't forget, I'm the mom of a misfit. And so it really all came around, and I realized, oh my goodness, it's one thing to be a misfit. It's a whole other thing to be the mom of a misfit. And this is tough stuff, and I need a community. So in full disclosure, a bit of the podcast was selfish, and I have learned so much. I am such a better person. I'm a better parent. I'm a better neighbor, community member. And I hope all of you who've been part of the mom community feel the same thing. So I want to go out with a bang. And to do that, I really want to introduce you to the two people who have been quintessential in making Mothers of Misfits happen. Everything that gets it from me doing an interview to you seeing the finished product and hearing about it because of the social media marketing and the episode insiders is because of these two people who are absolutely incredible human beings. So let me introduce you to them. And then I thought we could have a little fun, and we're just going to reminisce about our craziest experiences, our best experiences, our fun stuff, kind of give you some of the behind the scenes view to what it took to make Mothers of Misfits a thing. So first off is Cameron Suorsa. He is a graduate of Grove City College with entrepreneurship. He actually was on one of the earliest episodes. Yeah, he's pointing to his cap and gown, so still very proud of that. And he was the guy that I went to and said, Cameron, I want to make a podcast. I've never podcasted. You've never done podcasting, but we can totally do this. So Mothers of Misfits, I believe, was the first podcast he ever produced. And fast forward now 2-ish, 3 years, and he actually has a podcast production agency. So really excited to be the first ever of his clients, and that's come a long, long way. So Cameron, welcome officially, or for second time, to the show. Thanks for all you've done. Glad you're here.
It's great to be back on the Mothers of Misfits. So I'm always working behind the scene, behind the curtains, but I did make a guest appearance in episode number 1. entrepreneur by night
I think it
and
was student
student by
by
day,
day.
but it was the reverse of that.
Yeah. And now you're
Good episode. Yeah.
entrepreneur by day and entrepreneur by night.
Yes. No longer a student, but always learning
Mhm.
new things. And that's definitely been the case with this journey
Mhm.
of Mothers of Misfits because as you said, it started as an internship project. You came to me at a Panera. We met at a Panera Bread and sat down and we went over all of these different things you wanted to do. And one of those things was start a podcast. And at the time, you said that you had wanted to do it for like 3 years. So there was this 3 year period before even thinking of actually taking the steps of starting the podcast that kind of went into, yeah, I want to do that. And you took that
Mhm.
first step to actually make it happen. And here we are today. And so many things that
Yeah.
we've learned along the way. And as you said, I have gone from having absolutely no experience with podcasting, aside from knowing that podcasts are a thing, to now every day working with podcasts and being immersed in the podcast industry.
He's a podcasting guru. Yeah,
I'm
and
a
truly, I
guru.
mean, we've learned a lot, and thank you for everybody who's put up with us learning along the way. We learned on the job for sure. But let me also introduce you to the other Rockstar team member, Olivia Whiteman. She's just amazing. I mean, gosh, I think everything Olivia does is just beyond the point of excellence. Uh, just an incredible person. She is still a student at Grove City College, also entrepreneurship program, and she is marketing extraordinaire. I met her as a freshman, and that's actually when you started working on Mothers of Misfits, right, Olivia?
It is, which is crazy. So I just completed my scheduling for senior year, so it's the last time I'll ever have to schedule classes.
Yay!
Crazy. Yay. So Mothers of Misfits has been a big part of your college career and your, I'd say, marketing education, right? Because let me just tell you, Olivia owns the social media and the episode insiders newsletter. I'd love to take claim for that, but I have no responsibility. She's amazing. The flashback Fridays, the again, all the content for the episode insiders, all those episode announcements, all the giveaways. I mean, that's Olivia, and she's just fabulous at it. All those graphics, all that good stuff. So yeah, Olivia, how's it been to manage marketing for a podcast while you're going to school on the side?
Well,
Joke on the side part.
sometimes it's a little bit crazy, admittedly, but
Mhm.
honestly, it's been really incredible. Obviously, like you said, meeting you freshman year as a guest speaker in one of my classes, and totally not where I thought I would end up, 2 years later, because I've never interacted with podcasts before. And obviously, a parenting podcast being, freshman in college, not quite my thing, but definitely done a lot of photography and graphic design. And so when you brought it up, I was like, well, I've done websites before, I've done social media stuff before. So it's been really cool to kind of help that grow and then partner also with Cam and being how can we use it to manipulate people? I mean, I guess not manipulate people, but encourage people to listen, shall
Encourage.
we say, and
How do we help them
encourage.
find the
Right,
podcast that they've always been dreaming of wanting? They didn't know
exactly.
that they
That's
didn't know that they wanted a car. Right now, they thought they wanted a horse and buggy, but
Mm.
we're helping them find the nice Ferrari or the new the new Model T car that they're able to drive around, which is Mothers of
I think
Misfits. It just propels
I
them
think
into
this
life.
analogy I think this analogy is getting away from us a bit. But you can everybody can see and hear how much fun we have here at Mothers of Misfits and as a team. And Olivia, you reminded me, you also did the website. So if you love the Mothers of Misfits website, that's all Olivia. But I'm sure everybody listening now wants to hire you both, but I get first dibs. Okay, guys. I want to hang on to them. Okay, so let's just do some quick questions just to kind of give some behind the scenes or funny memories. Cameron, I'll go to you first. what's the craziest thing you've had to do for this podcast?
To pick one.
Oh no.
There have definitely been quite a few crazy things that have happened over the course of 2 years, but
Yeah.
if I was to narrow down to one category of things, would definitely be how it is that we've been able to release an episode every Tuesday morning, every week.
Mm-hmm.
Because to do that takes one, a lot of planning and like workflow planning, where you are working ahead and kind of can get a queue of episodes, and so you can kind of work ahead so that you can deliver each Tuesday. But it also translates to a lot of late nights and at some points all-nighters. There have probably been 4 all-nighters that I've pulled during our 100 episodes, to go from the raw podcast recording to getting it all edited to getting it transcribed. And in the past couple months, we've been doing video podcasting, and so the video editing, get it in on YouTube, all of those different pieces to make sure that it goes out the door on Tuesday morning for people to listen to. There's been some all-nighters, but it's all good.
Yeah, well, at least you have that youth and stamina. And yeah, because this is, especially for me, a passion project, I'm really busy with my day job during the daytime, and we have really committed to making sure we get this resource out to our community once a week. But woo, it takes quite a lot of effort. Like you said, there's more behind the scenes work than I think I ever expected going into podcasting, and sometimes things just don't go according to plan. And I distinctly remember one night, it was probably 2 a.m., and I was in my office with all the lights off, and I was whispering to you on my cell phone because my whole family was sleeping. And I can't remember which episode that was, but something had not gone right, and we were trying to fix it in the middle of the night. I think it was set to go live the next morning. So hopefully nobody listening ever
that was
noticed.
the worst. That was the worst. That was the worst case. And since then, I've tried to take on that load anytime that there's a late night edit. I'll bear that load. But
you've definitely taken
it's usually on me for not doing edits earlier, and just my MO of kind of procrastinating work. But
yeah, hey, but we always got it done. Always got it done. I also remember
got it out the door.
My not so awesome. This is my awesome microphone. If you're watching a video, you can see. But my original first version microphone started dying, and we didn't know it was dying until we heard back the audio. So there were a couple episodes there where it was a bit funky. But that, in order to not have to re-record, it was kind of like an editing nightmare. And I actually remember, like, this is crazy behind the scenes fact. So my episode with Daniel Botero, who is now a total dear friend of mine, I absolutely love him. It was a really, really great episode. Go back and listen to it if you haven't. But I actually redubbed my audio on that was horrific and I can't even remember. I don't know if it was the audio or the microphone dying, but rather than re-recording it, which we probably just should have done, but I was afraid to bother Daniel and everything else. So I actually re-recorded my sections of that entire episode, which now everybody's going to go back and listen to see if they can tell the difference. I should go back and listen. But kudos to Cam, because every time I was like,
Frankenstein, hey, this is the episode.
Yeah. And seriously, that's Cameron's superpower. Every time I'm like, Cameron, this is impossible, but you still need to make it happen. He's like, done. I don't know how, but it's going to get done. And he does every single time. Okay. So Olivia, now over to you. What is something you've learned the most from working on Mothers of Misfits?
Oh boy. It's honestly probably a lot of just like making sure every piece is there because as you both already mentioned, there have definitely been some late night struggles and even early morning corrections as we get other links from guests or have a picture missing or have to go out and search for something. So even it made me appreciate a lot of like really well done and really popular podcasts because I can only
Mm-hmm.
imagine how many people are working on them and how much work is going into it because it is kind of crazy. You do underestimate the amount of things that have to go right. And then even just like the mundane tasks of like, well, this just happens every week. And so, for example, all of the information that goes in the episode insider, everything has to come from the guest, and pieces have to come from Cam, and pieces have to come from Emily, and this all has to come together before 5 or 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. Well, if one of those pieces isn't there, then it's, do we find another piece, create more content, figure out what goes into that? And so I can only imagine what any bigger or more mainstream podcast is doing, and even smaller podcasts that are out there really being a powerhouse, and just the amount of times that we've had to come together as a team and really pull things together at crazy hours or on the weekends or things like that is really incredible, and that's really taught me a lot for sure.
And that just corroborates what I said earlier, which is I truly have a dream team. I mean, you can hear how incredible Cameron and Olivia are and how much they've sacrificed for everybody listening. And that's what we've had as our priority the whole time is all of you, and making sure that we're producing an awesome conversation, an awesome set of resources, an incredible content library for you moms, for you dads, for you educators, for you folks out there who really care about our misfits and want to see the world to be a better place, and one in which there's many size fits all instead of one size fits all. So on that note, I just want to say, if you're a bit sad like we are, that there won't be new episodes, please uh, go back. I mean, my gosh, there's 100 episodes, and if you've already listened to all of them, go listen again. I listen back a lot because I hear different things, I learn different things. I know I'm in a different place in my parenting journey. So what stuck out to me before, something different might stick out to me now. So the really cool thing about podcasts is they're going to live out there. So it's going to still be there. Nothing's going away. We still have the website. Also, please, I mean, I'm still out there. I'd love to connect with you. Find me on LinkedIn, chat. I mean, I'd love to hear from all of you about like, what has Mothers of Misfits meant for you? What has it done for you? How has it helped you? I know that would be huge for the three of us. Selfishly, we'd love to hear back. Sometimes podcasting feels pretty one way, right? We put the stuff out there and hope that it lands in a good spot. But let us know, what has this podcast meant to you? Because I know from the three of us, this has meant so much. And having the mom community out there supporting us has just made this last couple of years truly a dream. So thank you, thank you, thank you again. And for the final time, I will be signing off from the Mothers of Misfits podcast.